Good morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Let me just, it's too bright again. I need to make it a little bit darker. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. It's still too bright. I know why. Because the lights are always so bright here. Hey, Boom Banana, good to see you. Green, welcome. Hanska, hey, good morning. And Counter Hunter. Or, sorry, Content Hunters. I can't read this morning. Bill Hohenst, welcome. Mr. Andy, welcome, hello. And Bowser entered the building. Buying now? Maybe I should buy now. We'll do that. Fisher, hey. And George Caravias. Hello. Let me just make it a little bit darker because it's too bright here. Alright. Should be better. Now it's too dark. Let's put some light here. Farhad, hey, good to see you. Welcome. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Alright. Alright. Let me just check something. Let's look for some levels here real quick. Hey, Ollie, good to see you. How you doing, man? Marco, welcome. What's up? Alright, hold on. I know I had a project here somewhere. Nice. Okay. Just a second. All right, this is going way higher. Oh, sorry. Just a flyer. All right. Let's start this. Feeling the FOMO. Don't feel the FOMO on this. It was just grinding lower and lower. It happened. Good morning, Marek. Malo. Hey, Malo, good to see you again. Where have you been? 880 on live personal account. That is more than enough for a day. That is great. Oh, I do have sound. I was just, pushing some buttons here. Hey, JY, what's up? Heath, hey, good morning. Boom Banana, hey there, your turn. Nice. Yannick, welcome. Vacation, you and me both, man. Well, we're back in the business. That's all that matters. We're back in business. We are back. So far, it seems like that there is a level here that I would really like this one to go through. I'm actually thinking if this would go through this high here. Let me check it on the mini as well. Oh yeah, so there is a bearish order block here. I'm not sure if price wants to break that. What's the high here? 73.50. So could be interesting. I don't know how far it can go, but I'm just curious if it wants to break that level or not. Maybe I try to scalp it. I don't know. Lorenzo. Hey. Had to refresh the page. That's what happened. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes have to. Francisco, good morning. Hello. I forgot to do the giveaway yesterday. Today, New York session, we'll do that. By the way, TRADEIFY has a big sale today and tomorrow, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. Right now, TRADEIFY is offering 50K accounts for $30, 100K accounts for $40, 150K accounts for $50. This is the advanced account. So very cheap upfront cost, just saying. Just got this very, very cheap upfront cost accounts. 50K for 30 bucks, 100K for 40. It's the 1 year anniversary promo or sale or whatever. TOMSABO. Almost. Good morning, CS60. Hello. Cav, hey, good to see you. Good morning, Ivan. Yeah. The sabotage. Going to buy 5 accounts. Hey, thank you, JY. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the support. On the advanced account, hold on. TRADEIFY advanced account, because there's the growth account. Hold on. Yeah, that's the advanced account. It has $125. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the number is correct. So the activation fee on these accounts are $125. But the good thing is that the upfront cost is cheap. Also, it's end of day trailing, as far as I can tell. So, is this end of day trailing? I think it is. Oh no, it's real time. It's intraday, I think. I have to check it. I was just surprised how cheap the upfront cost right now. Used to be 15, yeah. Yeah, there's always a catch. There's always, but still, you know, cheap upfront cost right now. Yeah, yeah. If you exactly, I mean, Jose, if you're confident that you can pass it, then yeah, obviously you can save a lot on the growth account. Yeah, as I said, if you have enough skill, if you feel like you're skilled enough to pass it, then definitely the growth account is better for you. Zoom out till profitable. Speaking of zooming out, so this is a level that I was watching here. Actually, I'm going to use Quant Tower for a bit just to see how this goes. There is a fair value gap up there, starting at 73 as well. So that's why I think this zone could be interesting to break it higher. I mean, this 5-minute candle high was 73.75. And this didn't go there, so there's a nice fair value gap up here. Would be interesting to see it get broken. Oh yeah, yeah, intraday and activation fee. Let's see, let's see. What else do we have here? I think it should be going higher. Even if it's not going to go higher, it should be going higher. That's what I think. Even if it's not going higher, it should be going higher. Okay. Yeah, end of day accounts are best with MyFundedFutures. Or Take Profit Trader is also good, but you know, the funded stage, that's where you have to be careful. Good morning, Ivan. Yeah, intraday drawdown, the way you can survive is, you know, go for the base hits. As I always say, go for that base hit. That's how you can make it. I think the drawn liquidity should be that 73.75 right now. If it will go there. Where is it? I'm just searching for something. I can't find it. Anyway, I was searching for an indicator. Not indicator, but a nice setup here. You want another account? Abyss is the luckiest one. Third one. Jesus. You're not a ghost. You're definitely. I was just, reading something. I was searching for a setup here. Ghost in the machine. Rock hard. Exactly. Okay. Well, so far, let's see what these levels are. We have technically, this is the Asia high. I would put this as Asia high. 431. And in terms of how far we go here, well, I don't know. Does look a little bit interesting, but there is definitely liquidity in this fair value gap. So that's for sure. Question is, when is it going to break it? Yeah, sure, Kamo. So basically, first of all, my strategy, or the way, the system, or whatever we want to call it, comes together with two main stages or two main parts. The first part, I need to have zones. I need to have supply and demand zones, or order blocks by ICT terms. So if I have a supply and demand zone, I usually use them as possible targets. But it can be also used or engineered as an entry level or entry zone. I use it as possible target. In this case, right here on the 5-minute, this is a 5-minute supply zone. Now, I'm going to go into the details as well of why this is a supply zone, but I guess you guys already know it. Bullish candle on the 5-minute, picking up liquidity from this swing point, sweeping that liquidity, and then the bearish candles are shifting structure to the downside. So anyway, just saying that right here, I do think that that's a absolutely valid supply zone. It gets even better when there is a significant level like Asia high, Asia low, or a certain fair value gap, or a certain swing high, swing low, like an important level is near or basically part of the zone. But anyway, that's just part one. And part two is basically the ICT 2022 entry model, which is this here. So that's why I'm thinking to enter a long position. And actually, I just did. I entered a long position. And so the way I'm going to do this, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to take a partial, I guess, because I don't know how far this one wants to go. I'm going to take a partial here, and I'm going to take a final TP somewhere up there at 410. 410. Yeah. And let's put this. Here. Okay. Write this one. Okay, so this would be a possible trade here. Anyway. I'm gonna full port. You're gonna full port. Be careful, Abyss. Zacromancer, hey, good to see you. Lost 50%. Ah. The New York Open was absolutely crazy run. I know. I know, man. Jerry. Good to see you. I'm actually long. So if you have a lot of profit, full porting a core sim funded isn't bad. Well, yeah, if you know what you're doing, if you know your targets, if you know your stops, then obviously it's your decision. For beginners, no, yeah. MB, good to see you. 2GS trading, no, I didn't. Earning from the referral. That's an interesting twist, right? Some friends who once thought I was trying to recruit them into a platform like it was a Ponzi scam, earning from their referral, and and asking how to get started in trading. Now that's an interesting twist. Pyramid scheme, yeah. That's a twist of events. Life is way full of twists. I agree. I 100% agree. Too many twists. Check them out before you start trading in the morning. Okay, I will check them out. 2GS trading. Okay, 2Gs. Inner circle tilt. All right. By the way, let's check on gold. Just a quick check of what's that. Wow, gold just started to pump. The pump. Fighter jets are flying again. Super loud. Wow. Wow, this is super loud. Trading Genius channel. It's going to make me profitable. Let's go. I feel like you're Ness, you're Ness Kelp God. You're Brian, right? Pretty much feels like the vibes are coming from you. Hey, gold is gone. It's pumping. It is pumping. It feels like it wants to go to that 71.4. Well, we missed the train on that one. So let's see if this one brings us through this level. So this is a nice zone here. I wonder if we can get through this. Bye bye gold, yeah. It just went without us. Good afternoon or morning. Hey, what's up? What's up? Is that Fox? Oh, it stopped out break even. Well, this is the only trade I'm trying to excuse me. I'm trying to get through a 5-minute trying to get through a 5-minute zone here, which is right here. 5-minute supply zone. I think I'm gonna have a hard time doing it. I thought that, you know, price would be respecting this swing low and tries to push through, but it's just not happening. So it's not happening. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out from the position. Is what it is. It is what it is. Got to find another possibility. Thank you. Hey Neo, good to see you. Thank you, Sector-Answer. As long as we'll continue to get trapped. Yeah, most likely. I mean, it seems like that previous day low, I mean, it swept some liquidity, tried to push through. It's just not happening right now. It's not going through. It doesn't really want it. How far is the distance from this? It's not far, it's like 12 points. What's up with the 1 hour time frame? Yeah, that's the problem. We still have a swing low. That's possible sell side right there. Feels like it wants to take it. Yeah. That could be the target. How far is that, by the way? 18 points. And that level is at 30, right? Technically. Yeah. Something like that. So it seems like it might try to take that 330 now. Gonna be interesting. Well, it can happen. It can absolutely happen. NQ can crash, especially if there's something, you know, war-related stuff happening in the bad way or something. I don't know any news hitting the market right now. Nothing so far. Yeah, I guess it would be a nice buy situation. The thing is, I totally forgot that there's that swing low at 330. Anyway, let's just keep on waiting. The gold train is gone. Oh, actually, it's pulling back. How far can it go? No zone, no nothing. Bit of a pullback here on gold. We'll see. So far, nothing. Nothing that we can go with. Yeah, I do have. I have other funder accounts. Yeah, the 330 actually looks good, but I don't know. It's kind of tricky. Every time a code is given in Terry's section, it's only resets. I don't know. I don't know about that, Abyss. I have no information why or how the codes are generated or who decides actually about the number of codes or what the codes will be. So I have no information about that. Andy, good morning. How do I deal with tilt? Well, it's very hard. First of all, even if you're having a hard time of leaving the charts, like switching to maybe an evaluation account and you know, blow off some steam by trading small positions, that's also a way. But I would say if you can walk away or do something else, or maybe just do tape reading, that's actually something you can do. That's actually helpful in a way. Otherwise, it's hard. It's very, I mean, it's a hard thing to deal with, the tilt. So I know how it is. John Henry saying it's rip time. Maybe it is. Look at that. It wants to go through. What if this makes it through? Just wondering. What if this one makes it through? And gets to that fair value gap? That would be really something, I guess. That would be really, really something. Look at that. Now it's going through that supply zone, maybe. I don't know. Kind of feels like it wants to. And it technically did, right? It did go up to, what was the high here? 73.75. Yeah, I think it did go up there. Yeah, it did. Okay, so it went, well, it actually, it still needs one tick. I think it got it. 73.75 on the micro. It should be pushing. There you go. Here it is. Look at that. I was long on this. Took my stop right here. Now, this is the hardest part to deal with. So for my trading, and I'm sorry if I'm crying out loud about this, but this is really one of those situations that actually gets on my nerves. So you guys saw that I was in a long position. My stop loss was right here. Boom. Took my stop and now goes exactly to my partial, and I think it's just going to go to that 5-minute supply zone and Asia high right there. Kind of annoying. It's actually creating another bullish breaker. Well, it's not a bullish breaker, sorry. Now it's creating a bullish breaker on the 5-minute. You know, there was a swing low, displacement higher with the fair value gap. The thing is, I'm not going to chase it. So I tried. It didn't work out. So it is what it is. What can we do? $15, thank you. Long full send. Oh no. Don't do that. YM. It's very hard to deal. Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to deal with it. Let's go, John. Congrats. You called the team. All right. I should have known. Well, it busted through that supply zone. As originally I wanted it to do, but without sweeping this swing low. Man, I'm a little bit frustrated about that. And you know, I think it's just gonna keep going to that other 5-minute zone up there. That's what I think. You made a few goals. Hey, Farhad, thanks so much. You passed 3 of them. Congratulations, by the way. Farhad, thank you very, very much for the support. Thank you for using the code, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Does it matter if I haven't reached the minimum trading days? No, actually, I mean, for example, at Take Profit Trader, it doesn't matter. You can just flip. You can just flip the account to the micro on the next day, so it doesn't really matter. Exactly. So, for example, that I just got taken out from this, and if I would be revenge trading, I could be full porting this to go to that supply zone. But the problem is, you know, by Murphy's Law, there could be a pullback to that zone. Not a good start. Actually, to be honest with you guys, this whole month, to me, is just very slow. I mean, comparing to my previous months, and it's just, I just don't feel it. I don't know what's up. I don't know it's because of the summer or vacation, or I don't know, but I'm definitely, so obviously I'm not gonna hate myself for it or whatever, but I'm just not feeling it. Even though I see the levels, somehow the market always gets me, like with stop losses like this, or the market's just not moving, or we have like these chops sessions, you know. I don't know, something is off, and I don't know what. Haven't really figured out yet. I blew up a funded account yesterday. This month I already blew up, how many? Like 5 or 6 funded accounts this month. I lost my Apex funded accounts. I'm gonna get new ones. I lost my Bulenox funded accounts. I lost a Core funded account. And I lost a Take Profit Trader funded account, which was basically almost brand new. I just don't know what's up. I don't know what's up. I don't know. Something's up. I spent this month. I spent more than $2,000, $2,300 on new accounts, evaluation accounts, and activation fees. Well, 2,200, and I made withdrawals. How much? $3,178 in withdrawals from trading. So basically, I'm in a net profit, but this has got to be a very slow month for me. And I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what to do. Sorry, I know what to do, but it's just going to be a slow grind. It's just going to be a slow grind. Yeah. How to read the CPI. I don't know about that. I never ever trade the CPI, and I definitely don't care about those fundamentals, but I guess there are some videos out there on YouTube. 512 times 4 YBK, congratulations. Yeah, you should be done for the day. That's more than enough for the day, man. That's more than enough. Not only for me. It happens. Yeah, I know. Yeah, low risk, obviously. That's the key. So back to square one, always back to low risk. Yeah. Content Hunter, I think I don't know why. This month for me is definitely harder than July and June, especially. I mean, May, June, and July for me was extremely good. Extremely good. This month for me is just a struggle. I'm just, you know, almost like one step forward, two step back, but like I would say one step forward, one step back. I'm just stepping back and forth. I mean, forth and back. Kind of frustrating. And you know, my gut feeling tells me that we are going to reach that supply zone, and I would gladly push the button on a funded account and just go with it, because I feel like we're gonna go, but I just can't. I can't do this. I can't. So I'm just gonna wait on the sidelines. Well, the recent account blow up was yesterday. The core funded account at MyFundedFutures. Yeah, there you go, Yonex. It happened. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do this month, I was just thinking about it yesterday evening. Like this month, what I'm gonna do is absolutely going to detach myself from the money side. I mean, from trying to take more payouts this month. I mean, I do have an account that I could push to another payout, but I'm not gonna. I think I'm just gonna go back to grinding mode and slowly going to build up more funded accounts for September, and that's what I can do. So rebuilding mode for the rest of the month for me, because I just have to detach myself right now from the money side of it. All right, algorithmic. All right. Back to the future, exactly. Back to the future. So it's a bit of a struggle, but don't worry, I'm gonna get through. All right. Why do I have a connection issue again? Do I have to restart or reconnect? Anyway. Hey, Martin, good morning. Gold? Let's see. Well, there's a fair value gap on the 15 minute. So that's kind of a good area for liquidity at 3371.3. I think we have a good chance to go for that level, in my opinion. I mean, otherwise, on the 1 hour, there's nothing else to go for, but that's the only possible level for liquidity if gold wants to get some level of liquidity here. Sometimes I feel, yeah, a bit. Sometimes I do see that as well. Hey, Coop. Hey, no problem. I mean, Coop, it's part of the business. Yeah, it's part of the business, you know. Some months are slow, some months are even very bad, some months are extremely good. It's part of the business. Joku Trades, hey, welcome. Good to see you, man. Schwarm, you're welcome. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe. Maybe there will be a pullback. By the way, let me check my supersonic indicators. It does feel like that we're still in this downtrend. But in terms of pullbacks, let me check for another possible account that I could go with. Maybe I can put this on a trade day account. How about that? I would love to go long on this one. Maybe on a trade day account. All right. I entered the long position. Small risk. Trying to go for 412 point. Well, 412 would be good. 412. And I think my stop would be somewhere down there. So This is on a trade day account. If it's not going to go higher and just going to go for a pullback, that's fine too. I guess we can still go down to 330. So that's also a possibility with this. A little early. I was just a little bit too aggressive on the first pullback here. But we'll see. I was just being a little bit too aggressive. I don't want to abuse that other account. And it just keeps going lower. Taking that 4 Apex PAs. Let's go, Joker. I don't know why does it happen, Abyss, but it's definitely like it's a glitch in the matrix. You know. It's a glitch in the matrix. That's all I can say. It's a glitch. If this one fails, that's fine too. But then I'm just gonna wait if this one wants to go down for that 330. I do think that's a very nice supply zone up there. Oh yeah, it's going down. What a surprise. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Well, I'm gonna close it down if it goes down below the 370 area, and maybe I'm just gonna wait. Let me look for some levels. I mean, there's a small supply zone up there as well on the 1 minute, but that doesn't really matter. I think it just wants to pull back into the 70s. Yeah, gonna pick up liquidity from below 75. My stop is right at the 1 minute fair value gap, so I just don't want to risk more on this. Maybe I should just stay on the on the 5-minute, right? $93 to pass? That could be scary, Andy. Well, you don't need to push it now. You can wait for better conditions maybe in New York. You know, that's the good thing. You don't need to do it now. You have the time. Marcio, hey. Marcio Augusto Baptista. Hello. Good morning. Curry Fishbowl, what's up? Just got back home. Nice. Yeah, could be going down to that 360-ish area. How much profit do you make before you cash out? Of course, it may be. Yeah, so it depends on the prop firm, which prop firm I'm at, right? So, for example, on the Bulenox accounts, I have to push it to 3,600 to get 1,000. With my funded futures, usually when I got to around $2,000 or somewhere a little bit above 2,000, especially on the core account or the scale account, you can request a payout, right? So there's no minimum buffer that you have to go for. So if I can push it to like 2,000 or a little bit higher, I take $1,000 and try to push it up again. But depends on the prop firm. I'm kind of like in the mood, especially after the past few weeks. Like when I was making my record-breaking month, the way I did it is I was basically taking out every single $1,000 that I could. So if an account was ready to take out $1,000, I took it out. If the other account reached, for example, a safety net that I could trade above for $1,000, I took it out. So whenever I could take out 1,000 here and there, I just took those out. And guess what? I ended up taking out almost $13,000 in 30 days in that month. I think it was May or June. $13,000, and it came together from multiple accounts by taking all those quote-unquote small profits, like 1,000 here, 1,000 there, and whoa, I just got like $13,000. So that's the way I did it. So I also try to do like some people are doing, for example, at Apex, or I don't know, maybe at MyFundedFutures, I would do it on the Pro account or a Scale account, that maybe I can compound a little bit more, like compound up to like $4,000 or $5,000 and then take it out. Depends on the prop firm. Yeah, Scale. Yeah. Yeah, so far still nursing this long position here. Overall, not super happy with the position, but I had worse positions before. At least I know what's the level that I'm looking for, so if anything goes bad, long on the pullback. All right. We'll see. Still have the London Open ahead of us, so So we shall see. Yeah, maybe we, or even if we don't, then I think we have a good chance to try to approach that 5-minute supply zone up there. If not, then there's a very important sell side liquidity at 330 on the 1 hour. If you look to the left, I mean, that is basically from the 7th of August, which is a Thursday. Yeah, it's a Thursday PM session. I mean, if we look at the daily, how close we are for this candle, or even on the 4-hour chart. Like, there's a 4-hour swing low here. I know that there is a unbalanced price range as well up there at 450 something, but you know, also there's a 4-hour fair value gap at 395. So I guess anything can happen. The so-called consequent encroachment of this 4-hour level would be right here. Oops. So there's the mid-level of that 4-hour fair value gap. Maybe I'm just going to put my TP to 410. No. Low-hanging fruit. If it wants to go higher. Now, if it would break, I'm going to use a different risk management technique right now. If it breaks that 95, I might just going to slide my stop here to 375. You went from 2 per 2 evals to 2 per. Wow, nice. Might sell off London Open, but yeah, we'll see. Here's the London Open in 2 seconds. 1, and here we go. London Open. All right. I'm moving my stop in case if it would start to sell off. I don't want to risk more than I should. I do like that 410. To the liquid, yeah. Yeah. 480. I'm okay with the 410. I'm perfectly fine with the 410. But if you guys want to hold it for 480, it's up to you. The low-hanging fruit for me would be that 410. That I'm perfectly fine with it. If it goes, of course. Got spooked. Yeah. Failed? Oh. I thought that you're doing right now 2 evaluations out of 6. You failed 4. I'm sorry. I misunderstood basically. I thought that it's the opposite. I was like, you're trading on 2 evals or working on 2. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought it's quite the opposite. You never forgive. All right. Well, the thing is, Abyss, that you are actually counting on those free resets at MyFundedTV. It's easy to full port those accounts if you're winning the resets all the time, or the accounts. Yeah, we should. I think, yeah, bin trades. I think the 330 is absolutely screaming. That sell side liquidity is screaming. That's why I'm a little bit feeling uncomfortable holding this long trade for too long. I see. Alex is just full porting. Opposite direction. Yeah. Full porting is supposed to have 30%. Yeah. I remember you said that. Yes, I know. I know you gave the percentages. You're in at 5 minis. You guys are rocking it. Well, whatever it does, it's not looking good for me right now. I was expecting a little bit of a stronger push. If this was the fake out move, then it can start selling off here. Unfortunately. But if it starts selling off, maybe it can give us a chance to go for that 330 eventually, right? Yeah, me neither right now. Facing volume weighted average price rejection and supply zone. Yeah. Most likely we are. Well, when I'm confused, I always just try to go for higher time frames and see what's happening. The thing is, the way that the candles were printing, I was like, okay, this can maybe, because the sell-off hasn't started yet. And if it's just accumulating positions, well, it's starting. I had to say it. then maybe it will try to go for that final push. One thing's for sure, if it trades below this swing and goes back to that previous zone, then that's a sign that it may not want to push it up there. I'm having faith, don't worry, I'm holding this position. I do have the faith. And you know what? If it breaks 403, I might just put it to break even. I don't know. I should be just holding. It's only 4 micros, so there's no point of taking a partial. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna take a partial here and we'll see what happens. If it tries to break that swing high. Now, basically, what I'm doing here is that I'm trying to ease up the risk as less as possible or as small as possible. That's one way to do it. Usually I always preach that I should be leaving the trade on as it is. Right now, in the past couple of weeks, I had so many losses, and I burned up some accounts that I feel like I need to have more winners. So that's also another way to get a little bit more confidence in your trading or build up some more confidence. If you like, you know, take off the risk as much as possible, and that way you might be able to have more winners. Like, that's also a thing. It's not just about the profit, it's like having more winners, right? That's basically one of the goals, to have more winning trades. So back to focusing on the process is what I'm saying. It should be important, or the most important maybe. Hey Paul, good evening. Don't close about 394. I'm going to lose my faith. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the free trade feeling is definitely something else. Like having a free trade, I know the feeling is absolutely great because nothing feels better than, you know, day trading and having your trade at break even, and that's just something more. That's just something else, I know. And it absolutely takes out all the stress, especially when you're having an end of day trading account, right? So trading with house money, I know it's good. Look at that. It's not it doesn't really want to go. Hey Paul, happy 65th birthday. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. Paul, congratulations for your birthday. Happy birthday, man. That is awesome. So you're basically just got younger. They say that the 60s is the new 20. So you're basically living the life of a new teenager. I wish you at least another 60 years. Don't worry about it. Or maybe 70. So 20 today. There you go. Okay, there we have a partial has been taken. Moving my stop to break even. And now this is a free trade. We need Paul to... of course. Everybody will be here. Okay, so let's just... Okay. For Paul and for everybody, of course. Let's just make a deal. 65 years from now, we'll be here on this stream. Okay? Same time, same place, in the London session, but 65 years from now. Alright? Alright, cool. Yeah, I use Quant Tower. Yes, Yoshi. Yes. Hey, thank you, Roman. Thank you, Roman. Good to see you as well. It would be crazy. Yeah, that was a good long... Actually, the idea is still to approach that 5-minute supply zone, but we have that 4-hour fair value gap consequent encroachment, aka mid-level section there. That's why I put my final TP at 410. That would be my low-hanging fruit. That sounded weird. But anyway. You have a meeting. You have a... No problem then. We excused Tamimi for that. So we need to listen. Yeah, August 20, 2090. Okay, so now that Paul is 65 years old, and young, I would say so. 65 years young. And he just entered his second youngsterhood in his 20s. So, we need to hear some wisdom from Paul. So, Paul, what's it like to be 65? So, you know much more about the markets than we do. And obviously, we need some wisdom from you. And Wild Globe. Wow. Went down 1K. Jeez, Roman, you got out from that hole. That's nice. You know, AI machine. Oh, yes, Natalia. By the way, I was reading an article about this. That... oh, look at this. So I was reading an article. Come on, baby. Go up there. Come on, baby. Push it. So anyway, I was reading an article that we can actually, put our minds... Oh, there you go. TP hit. Nice. Nice. So, an article that we can actually put our mind into a machine. It's actually... They're right now... They're talking seriously. These scientists are actually talking serious. Like... We can transfer our mind into a machine, like a robot or something. We'll be like androids in Alien, like in those Alien movies. That's what's gonna happen, they say. So, that's kind of scary. For every reset account and every other account I've been in a giveaway, I full port. However, okay, that's a good plan, actually, Abyss. That's actually... a kind of risk management. That's actually a risk management style. Did you buy the license for it? Continuous volume weighted. I subscribe to the advanced features. I'm a subscriber to Quant Tower. I pay $27 per month, but basically to have a multiple connection to multiple prop firms, so I can copy trade as well. So I don't know if the volume weighted average price indicator is in Quant Tower or not, if that's what you're asking. It's easier today than it was 40 years ago. So it's easier. Yeah. I told you guys, we are spoon-fed. Thank you for sharing that, Paul. Hey, thank you, Ollie. Hey, Chaz, congratulations, everybody. Huge W for Chaz. Congrats for the 250. Oh, yeah, we needed the sound effect. You know what? Let's play the sound effect. Professor Dowell's head. Yeah, I'm maybe. I think I'm not sure. Explain spoon-fed. Well, the spoon-fed is basically that we can trade from the comfort of our homes, right? We make our own time. We have prop firms. So back in the days, and it was not too long ago, like when I was, yeah, I know prop firms were existing, but not the way like today. So when I started to trade in 2018 with my own money on a Forex brokerage, I know there was technically prop firms, but not the way like this. I was trading with my own money. And I was like, basically for trading, we need leverage, aka capital. Okay, that's what we need. And the product, the digital product of the prop firms is basically leverage. So to simplify it, that's what they're selling. So back to spoon-feeding, like we have the computer technology. We have the software, everything, right? It's the same. We can trade with these markets from the comfort of our home, which is basically almost the same as well. We have the prop firms. We have lots of education because of the internet. Again, that goes to number one, like the technology. But we have lots of education. Everything is ready and everything is you know, lined up to have enough capital to trade, aka leverage, because that is what we're using to make money. All there is left is basically your mindset. That's the only thing that you have to work on. I think every decade or every 20 years, or like I would say every 10 or 20 years has their own advantages of making money, or find a new niche of making money, or you know, find something that you can be good at. It doesn't necessarily have to be trading, or it doesn't necessarily have to be some online stuff. It can be a brick and mortar business. But what I'm saying is prop firm trading will stay, and it's a business. It has a very high demand. And that's why I'm saying we are basically spoon-fed. All the competition, the prop firms, the softwares, the technology, the education, you really, the only thing you need to do is just learn. Just learn. That's it. Super simple. It's only up to you. You cannot say that, oh, I wasn't able to do this. Yes, you are. Even if you're living in like poor financial conditions, or you still need to work on other things in your life. If you have a laptop, a cheap laptop, and a Wi-Fi connection somewhere, and if you have like, I don't know, $50, just saying something, I don't know, or $100, I don't know. So if you have a $50 or $100, that is all you need. Every other thing is free. Free on YouTube, free education, the software is free, the markets are there for you, the prop firms are there. That's all you need. A laptop, a Wi-Fi connection, and $100. And you can start a business with this. Basically, a cheap laptop, which is available for trading. I have a laptop that I bought in 2012, and Quantower runs perfectly on it. Perfectly. And I bet that you can buy a used laptop for like $150 or $200, which is good for running Quantower or TRADEIFY, whatever. Okay? So for $200, you buy a laptop, and you put aside, and you start with $100 on a prop firm. Just saying something. $300 is what you need to start a business. because this is a actually, man, why am I saying this right now? This is, I'm just spilling the topic for today. I have to write it down. $300 to start a business. Actually, this is what I'm going to be talking about today at MyFunded TV. So I'm not going to say more. So, yeah, I checked their website, 74 full access. Oh, if you go, Yoshi, you go for advanced features. Yoshi, I don't know if you're still here. One tower. You go to Quant Tower. And you go to pricing, I think. You scroll down and you see this buy pro features apart. Okay? Oh my god, it's too bright. You buy pro features apart. You go here and you buy advanced features. And I have a discount code as well. If you use the code TOMSABO, you can buy it for $27. And you can use more indicators, and you can use the multiple connection feature. So with advanced features, simultaneous connection, advanced chart types, that's what you can get. So, and gives you the code gives you 10% from this. So this is the only subscription I have with Quant Tower. I pay $27 as well per month for advanced features. That's all. So it has it. Also get my versions free refunded. Hey, Chaz! Yeah, of course, you get the free refund. I mean, not free refund, you get refunded. Congratulations, Chaz. Absolutely, Trick Biscuit. I'm here for you. Tons of educations. Hey, Itwib, good morning. Yeah, so, yeah, exactly, Paul. Like, everybody's saying, oh, man, if I could go back, I would just buy Bitcoin for $1. No, yeah, maybe you could buy. I mean, first of all, you can't go back. But second of all, you would not be holding your Bitcoin for $100,000. So I was being told back in 2013 or 14 to buy Bitcoin, and it was like $300 or $400 back then. I don't know, like 300, 200. I don't even know. But I was being told, man, you need to buy Bitcoin. It was 2014. And I was like, yeah, sure. So what if I would have bought Bitcoin from all my savings back in 2014, I promise you this, if Bitcoin would have got to $1,000, I would have liquidated, or maybe even $800. If I would have made 50% profit on my Bitcoin investment, which is like only going to like $600 or $650, whatever, I would have liquidated my position in Bitcoin. That's 100% sure. 100% sure. Imagine you putting your money into something and it makes you 50%. I'm not even talking about 100%. Okay? And we're talking about 2014, 2013. So back then, people still didn't see these rug pull scenarios that much. The altcoin market was not really there at that point. So you're seeing your money growing 50 or 60% in a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months. You would have definitely taken out your Bitcoin. You would have not said like, oh man, I'm going to hold this for 100K. No, no. Someone told me that anyway. Trust me, even if you would be able to hold your Bitcoin for $1,000 or $1,500, so basically tripling your investment, depends on how much money you put in. That would be the absolute, depends on how much money you would have put in. Yeah, of course, it has some other factors as well, but I know I would have not been holding my Bitcoin for even $1,000. I would have definitely taken it out. We all could have done. Yeah, futures were there. Yeah, that's another way, Abyss. Yeah, I should have failed. Yeah, you're welcome. Exactly, exactly. Still in debt. I am trying selling but more profit in ATFs. So hold on a second, Ron. Your father is gifting you an apartment with 100K value. Oh, sorry. Has it around 100K still in debt. So let me just rephrase it. My father gives me an apartment which has around 100K still in debt. I am thinking about selling and putting the 100K profit in ETFs. I think that's the better way. I hate being in debt. Or 200K value. Okay. So the apartment has a 200K value, which has a 100K debt on it. So you're thinking to sell it and put the 100K into ETFs. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. It's my personal opinion. I would definitely not do it. Even if you want to sell it because of the debt. If you make 100K on the sale, net money on the sale, maybe use a portion of it, but definitely don't put all of it into ETFs. Man, just don't do it. Don't do it. You saw long setup 375. Well, sometimes I don't take it as well, because if I don't trust it, I don't take it. Cedric, good morning. About NQ. So yeah. Back in it, I could have been talking about. Yeah, you never know. But NQ, you know what? NQ is a little bit different because, you know, besides from crypto, yes, I know there's no guarantees on index futures as well, but anyway, crypto market is still a wild, wild west. So not to mention back in 10 years ago. Yeah, exactly like Ned is saying. That's also a solution. Rent out your apartment and the debt is going to pay off by itself somewhat, quote unquote. So the debt is going to be paid and you're going to have your investment. Actually, that might be the smartest idea. If you can rent it out and if the calculations are good and it can be covered by the rent, that's basically your investment. If you don't need that money right now, and if you don't need that apartment to be living in right now, because I suppose you don't, because you're considering to sell it, then I would be renting it out. And that investment is basically a solid investment and it's just going to pay off your debt. So every month that you pay off your debt from the rent, it's actually creating you profit, because in your head, obviously, you're calculating with that 100K net capital that is left after selling, right? The value of the apartment should be going higher. You're renting it out, so your debt is declining nicely, and so you're basically making more and more profit with that apartment. So I would go with Ned's solution. I would not sell it. I would rent it out. Yes, that's what I would do. If you don't need that money right now, even if you rent it for like 2 or 3 years or 5 years, that's better than putting it into a bank or whatever. It's too risky to put everything into ETFs. Okay, it's just too risky. You don't know what's gonna happen. ICT is building his doomsday bunker. I know. So who knows what's gonna happen in the world? We never know the politics, the situations. We don't know what's gonna happen. I know real estate also has a risk, but I truly deeply believe real estate is good. Well, if you don't trust your setups, you do need to do some backtesting and go over of what you should have done differently, or what, how the edge is playing out in your favor. Maybe that's going to give you more, or size down and take the trade. Size down as much as you can. Yeah, if something breaks or you have to repair something, yeah, easily go to like 5K. That's true as well. That's true. I mean, renting out that apartment, yeah, it's obviously it's not that simple. Obviously, there are some things like, for example, if hold on, I can't find the word in English. Yeah, tenant. So if your tenant is breaking the refrigerator, maybe you can write it down to the contract that, you know, some certain equipment in the apartment, if it breaks down, it's not your responsibility. If the, I don't know, the water system or whatever, I don't know, anyway, the pipes are going wrong or something, then that's your responsibility. But if he's breaking the equipment, then that's not, then you're not going to pay for that. Or if he makes a damage in certain things in your apartment, then he's going to pay for that. There are some minor, you know, tweaks that you can put into a contract as a landlord. I mean, not everything, but definitely, you know, easing up that responsibility between you and the tenant. There's no point in selling an apartment. Yeah, you get rent every month. Exactly. Yeah. There you go. Abyss is definitely into stocks. I know that. Yeah, ICT is building the doomsday bunker. Since like 2 years now. That's the tinfoil stuff he's preaching. Yeah, maybe if you wait for the next crash, but the problem is it's definitely out of your control. So well, you know, Ron, if the tenant is like 90 years old, you're just not going to rent out your apartment. That's it. That's how simple it is. You're just not renting it out. You're saying that, okay, the maximum should be like, I don't know. I'm not sure. If you're afraid of that someone is very old, or I don't know, maybe have some health issues, God forbid. But if you're like not sure, and like, you can always say like, okay, I'm not renting out this to you because this and this, but you know, that's something you can also control. That's true. If you don't know what you're doing, then don't do it. Yeah, Ron. So obviously there are different opinions. If I would be having a 200K apartment with 100K debt, I would definitely be renting it out. Now that I think of it in details, here in my country anyways, knowing the circumstances, and obviously depends on where the apartment is, and then some minor details that's important, but overall I would say I would rent it out if I don't need the money. That's very important. If I don't need the money right now, and maybe I would need it in like 3 years or 5 years, I would just rent it out. That's what I would do. The apartment we live in is furnished, and they have included everything in the contract, even spoons. There you go, Pip Drunk. Exactly. I also renting an apartment, so I'm a tenant, okay? My landlord by the way, is a very nice guy. Absolutely, very, very normal. He's a very cool guy. But he also put in the contract, if I break the refrigerator, that's my responsibility, because it's a built-in fridge. I don't know why. That was the only point I was a little bit like, because that's a brand new fridge he put in. It has a 5-year guarantee, but if something happens, then I have to pay for repairs or whatever. It's in the contract. Otherwise, there are some details like this in the contract that I have. Yeah, Ron, if he's right. The thing is that ICT is waiting for the end of the world since the first time I encountered ICT is 2021. He was on Baby Pips as well, and he was on YouTube, Twitter as well, on a different name. And back in 21, he was also waiting for the end of the world. So every single year he's waiting for the end of the world and the second coming and everything. Sorry, that's not a joke. Sorry, no offense. But the tinfoil stuff was always coming from ICT. So he's definitely... And he also said that he built up actually his doomsday bunker. So he has a shelter now in Maryland at his house. Food for like 2 months or something. And, you know, canned goods. And water. He has like a water tank of I don't know how many gallons of water he has. He told this in a Twitter space. And he is ready to wait for the end of the world. He has guns as well. He told that. He has weapons. He has water, canned goods, and all that stuff. So he's definitely he's waiting for the end. You think we'll continue up? We did not break the Asia high. That's the interesting part. So we didn't break. I'm not sure if... Okay, so the mini broke it. So the plan is off. The micro didn't break it. Actually, hold on. Okay, so the micro didn't break it, but the mini did. That's the thing here. The mini did, the micro didn't. Which means that's a low probability setup if I'm looking for another long position to break the Asia high at the micro. I think it can still happen. But, you know. Harinder Khan, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Kind of an interesting situation because we broke structure. I don't know. 10 points down. Not sure. I'm not sure. Let's ask where they are living and go see how they treated that. They might have assisted. I want to tell them. Oh, I see. The only thing I know is he lives in Maryland. That's all I know. But for some time, his address was doxed out on internet, so everybody keeps sending him gifts and letters, and even core ICT fans are visiting his house, which he said for a while it was flattering, and he said after a while it was scary. Some ICT core members were visiting his house like 9 or 10 p.m. in the evening, pulling over to his front entrance, and they were actually knocking on his door. That's what he said a couple of months ago, last year I think, maybe. I don't know, it was not now. So core ICT fans visited his house and you know, sending letters under the doorstep, you know, just sliding in some love letters like, hey ICT, we were here. He's also a big anti-van lobbyist. Oh, really? Yeah, gotta wait for New York. By the way, hey, best DJ in town, welcome. Good to see you back. By the way, if you guys can help out the channel, that would be a great deal. It's free to do. If you could push the like button, please. Passed your first MyFundedFutures yesterday. Congratulations, best DJ in town. Garbage that I didn't even understood properly. No problem, Coop. Core account, nice. That's good. Asia high and the mini is 424.75. Yeah, something like that. Yes, exactly. That would be the Asia high I'm considering as an Asia high. So, exactly. So the micro didn't go for it. But, you know, what if the micro still wants to sweep that? It's end of day drawdown, yes. Yes. So again, if you can please help out the channel, please push the like button. It's free. Let us show YouTube that we are here in the London session. A great, awesome community. I do appreciate it very much. We keep growing the channel. YouTube likes the reactions. I've been told even the dislikes. So YouTube actually registers everything. It just has to be a reaction. I've been told by YouTube SEO experts or YouTube experts. I was consulting with a marketing agency here in Hungary, who are absolutely pros, and they told me, because I'm trying to build this business to a next level, but that's a different story. And they told me that YouTube basically likes every reaction. So definitely likes are good. If the chat, if it's active, that's also good. Commenting is good. You know, all kinds of reactions, even the dislikes. Everything is cool. YouTube likes the reactions, the algorithm. What's the best prop firm at the moment, except the one I know, TopStep? So, Take Profit Trader, definitely. Cedric, Take Profit Trader with the daily payout. Funded Futures Network was an absolutely positive surprise. I mean, yeah. TRADEDAY, now that you can have up to 6 accounts with the live account as well. So now that you can have multiple funded accounts with TRADEDAY, also has the daily payout. That's also good. But my go-to after MyFundedFutures or whatever is the same level on me is Take Profit Trader. If you don't like intraday trailing, then maybe Take Profit Trader. Like the funded stage has intraday trailing, but as I said, if you go for base hits, there's nothing wrong with it. TRADEIFY is good too, by the way. TRADEIFY has the straight to funded accounts that are very popular right now. TRADEIFY, straight to funded, end of day trailing, very, very popular. And also the growth account. No activation there. Yes. TopStep has paused payouts. Is it true? I don't think it's true. Yeah, so Cedric, Take Profit Trader has almost the same rules as TopStep, but I mean, no. Sorry, I take that back. The payout policy is different, so you have to reach the safety net. Well, once you reach the safety net, you can basically request a payout every day. So the payout policy is not the same. There's a 50% consistency on the evaluation account, or they call it test account. And there's a 5-day minimum trading days on the test phase. So if you can pass it in 3 days, you still have to flip it for 2 days. But that's what it is. I don't know what to say. So yeah. Rules are a little bit different. TopStep has a unique set of payout rules. I think that's the most important. Jackson Hole, I'm probably gonna set like a sell by 10. But yeah, but the Jackson Hole Symposium is like an all-day session. Like, depends on when you want to do that. Like, because there's gonna be lots of important people talking throughout the day. So whose speech is gonna be the trigger on Jackson Hole? That's what's important in a way, I guess. Good Traders Live, pretty good. Yes, Take Profit Trader does have a live program, and we have people. I talked with people who are actually on live account with Take Profit Trader. I was being offered to go to a live account, but before I got there, I blown up the account, my simulated funded account, so I never got to the live account. I got the email, which is an automated email, that we are monitoring you and we are going to put you to a live, but unfortunately, I blown up that account. It was a few months ago. But otherwise, yes, they do. By the way, I am going to try out FundingTicks as well. There's so many prop firms right now to go with. Really, there's a lot. So if you want to grab a FundingTicks account, the TOMSABO code also works there as well, just saying. The same code everywhere. FundingTicks, TRADEDAY, DayTraders, FundedFutures Network. All these are having the same code if you're looking to try them out. Are we going higher or lower? It's hard to say. I think we're going to have to wait for 4 a.m. pre-market open before we do anything. Yeah, Kay, I was thinking to try Funded next. I heard some negative comments and experiences from Funded next that they were denying and breaching accounts and denying payouts for some made-up rule, and support was messing up everything, and it happened for a lot of users. So I was like, oh, that's strange, but maybe I will try them. Yeah, Lucid, or yeah, yeah. I think I have the same code at Lucid Trading and Prop Shop Trader as well. So there's so many prop firms, so many right now. Yeah. Payout on funded ticks for I can't. 7 money bag, yo. I'm just so new with funding ticks. I registered with them. I'm still going through the details of how the accounts are working. I don't want to say something I'm not sure of. I still have to go down into the details about it. So right now I'm too much focusing on MyFundedFutures, Take Profit Trader. So my main focus is, yeah, on these two, and Funded Futures Network, Bulenox, Apex. Still, yeah, Apex is still absolutely, and TRADEDAY. So these are the ones TRADEDAY I'm focusing on because of the daily payout. I want to get those daily payouts. Yeah, lots of prop firms. So lots of prop firms. Yeah, Kev. So I heard that FundingTicks is the new hype because of Patrick is also pushing them very strongly. So I also jumped on the bandwagon, but I haven't really pushed them. But yes, I registered with them as well. If some of you guys would like to try them and support the channel, you can use the code as well. The same code, TOMSABO, it works. And I appreciate it. But otherwise, I still haven't got the time to push it with them. Focus on TOMSABO until I hope pass live. 5XFA had to find new prop firms. Yeah, absolutely, Cedric. No problem. Yeah, I mean, no, Norbert. I mean, I'm not saying Funded Next. Funded Next is one of the OGs in the prop space, right? Even back in Forex days. There was just an issue because they were... so the issue came because I went after this thing, and they told me that the problem was caused by an automation sequence, which was against micro scalping or something like that. So because of this automated sequence, a lot of traders were breached and, you know, denied for payout because of micro scalping and something like that. So far, all I know that the problem has been solved, and Funded Next actually deleted this automation stuff from their system. And since then, it seems like all is good. There was a few users in that huge carnage that has not got their payouts because of it, but because of this. But since then, all I know is it has been settled. I'm not saying they are bad. I'm just saying I was just having some concerns what was happening, and that's why I haven't really tried to go with them. By the way, I still have a funded account with them. Let me just log in. Funded Next. Funded Next Futures. If I log in, I still have my funded account, which I haven't activated yet, maybe. Here you go. I can actually show it because there is no password or anything on this. Here's my proof. Oh my god. That I have a Funded Next Futures account on TradeAway. A 25k account. The balance is at 26,300 whatever. So basically I have to activate this account. So I went through this. I just need to activate it. So verification required. I think I have to activate this account because I passed this. This account has been passed. I just need to activate it. Hey, Trading Star, what's up? Abyss is always winning. Matt has been pushing them quite a bit with some glitches and updates to their backend. Even had a couple of accounts deleted it. Yeah, I was reading that too. I was reading that. All went smooth. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for the info. Kelly. Well, doing good. We had a nice trade. I had a stop loss earlier. Down here, I was wanting to go long, but then I got stopped out here, and then I entered to a second long position, and that went good. And that's all we had on NQ right now. Let's go, man. Oh, thank you for the info. Thank you for the update. Asia, it's Take Profit Trader and Trade Day. Take Profit Trader and Trade Day offering daily payouts. Yeah, 25K. Nice. Let's go. That's good news, Coop. So that's the only thing. And as you see, I also was trading with them. Anyway, I don't want to show the password or anything. Actually, no password here. Okay. Yeah, so profit target reached because it was 1250, so I passed this account. Consistency is met. I just haven't activated this yet. I need to activate it. Or actually, they need verification. They need verification. Got luck with the one. Super late this morning. Don't worry about it, Kelly. Don't worry. Setups are always happening. On day 3, just need to make another 200. Let's go. You wish... Abyss. Sorry to hear that. Yesterday I lost the funded account, unfortunately, and I was a little bit on tilt. So, but it happens. Just moving on. Yeah, Trade Day. Yeah. Yeah, Trade Day offering daily payouts too. So, let's go. Fast payout. 48 hours after verification. I was going to verify that account, so why not trade it, right? Do you know if Trade Day offers trade await? Yes. Yes, they do. I don't know where those contracts... Here comes the pre-market open, by the way. Tom, you knew I blew both of my funds a while ago. No, I didn't forget. Sorry. I mixed it up. Sorry. I didn't. Yeah, Trade Day has trade away. So here comes the pre-market open. Let's see what happens. Pre-market open. Here it is. Why do I feel like we might have a chance for this one to go a little bit higher? I do have a 30-second chart somewhere, by the way. There you go. This is a 30-second chart, not on Quant Tower. Not that it really matters, but... It still feels like that it might want to go for that 5-minute supply zone on the micro. I don't know. A little bit. Which is at 31. We'll see. I guess. I'm curious if it will try to push it once more. Absolutely. Pre-market open, yes. Pre-market opened. What do I think of that? I think we might try to push it once more. That's what I think, if that's what you're asking. Single order. Yeah, New York has faster movements. That's true. More sleep, yeah. Well. My reason is that my reasoning behind that level is that we have a bullish candle here. This is a bearish order block here from the Asia session, and it's basically Asia high right there, still on the micro. Now it seems like it's still not, you know, dropping down yet, which I'm not saying it won't, but it just kind of feels like it might want to push one more time. No Mercy, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. So I'm kind of thinking that it might try to push one more time. The mini has taken the supply zone high, but you know, if it breaks above that 411, I think it just wants to go for that 430. I have a question about TPT. I have now achieved the required target and consistency, but I still have a number of days left. Yeah, you just have to flip it. That's it. Open with 1 micro and close it with 1 micro in a second, and that's what you need to do. The system will register it, and it will count as a trading day. Should I make profit? No. If you don't need to, if you already made the profit target, then don't. Just flip it for the rest of the days. That's it. That's all you need to do. You should be fine. Philokos. Welcome. How you doing? Missing letter codes. Yeah, it makes you think a little bit, right? You went short at 427. Okay, that's good. That's not a bad idea, actually. Mirovsky, hey there. Good to see you. 330 on board. Yeah, that's why I also have it on my chart. That 330 is actually very, very tempting. And it's not far. So NQ can drop down in a minute if it wants to. I just don't understand. It seems like there could be more orders on the micro. And it just wants to sweep that Asia high. That's why I'm a little bit scared. You made profit 800, but didn't reach the buffer yet. I can withdraw all of it. Yes, you can. If you have the 5 winning days above $100, you can withdraw it. If you withdraw it all, obviously your account is going to be closed, basically. Yeah, exactly, Ali. Save it for later. Save it for the New York session. Will be better. Hopefully. It will be better. Still kind of interesting how the pre-market open didn't really take an effect on the market. 480s. Could be. Could be. Gotta be careful. We're basically consolidating in this range. 14, 15 points here. It's just no good at all. That's why I'm still kind of curious if it wants to push it higher. Like, I do like that 330 very, very much. I do like it. Your day is saved. All right. All right, Pilkos. Yeah, a lot of consolidation, especially this week. Yeah. I'm underrated. And by the way, I don't know how many of you guys are here from MyFundedTV. If I'm doing something bad, let me know. If I'm doing something, or maybe if I should do something else or whatever. I mean, let me know. I like constructive criticism. And I don't know. I don't compare myself to the other hosts because every host has different styles and lots of values, of course. I'm watching MyFundedTV as well on the background. I'm listening. I'm lurking, and I like all the value. In my segment, I would like to use my segment usually to a little bit put that positive vibe in, especially after the AM session carnage usually, right? And you know, elevate those vibes a little bit. You know, that's it. I don't know why is that, Abyss. Low level news, yeah. I just actually got a call from Luke. They were liking my stream and how I'm doing things, and they asked me if I would be interested for a test run. That's how I started. So directly, I got this directly from Luke, who is the big boss at MyFundedTV. And yeah, that's how it started. And I gladly took the opportunity. I was like, yeah, sure. It would be my honor to try myself. Yeah, I don't know. This consolidation online safety is... I'm not going long here. I'm just gonna wait to see what's gonna happen. There's no specific entry here. Nothing that I could go with. Actually, on the 5 minute, it looks like it's getting heavier. It's just gonna drop like a rock. On my funded, yeah. I'm very happy about that. No problem. Do you consider it as London Silver Bullet since prices? Well, I would say the London Silver Bullet would be somewhere in between 3 to 4 a.m. I mean, as of the market open, the pre-market open, sorry, I'm not really sure how to consider it in terms of a silver bullet, but for example, right now, well, yeah, the 3 a.m. didn't really bring too much action. Bryce, I'm in Hungary, center of Europe, almost. Hungry Hungarian. Matt is just drop already. Terry started the ideal. Bull Barbie has a gimmick. Nick has the Twitter base. Ash has Stern trading style. Matt has an overall YouTube base. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I probably wouldn't have found. Oh, that's, thank you, Coop. That's good to know, actually. But I do. There you go. You keep screaming. Yeah, it happens. Too many people out there. Yeah, I mean, Patrick Wieland puts on a big show there. But he's running a little bit different kind of business, but he's obviously running a big show. No, I haven't watched it. Yeah. He actually knows how to trade. And obviously he also admitted that he blown like thousands of accounts, especially with Apex, right? So at least he's real about it. All right. Seems like here's the drop. How far can we go? 765-ish? Can we go there? I guess we can. What's the low here? 765, yeah. So there's a fair value gap here as possible sell side liquidity. It gets wild. Yeah, exactly. Like all of us, yeah. Yeah, looking bearish right now. There's a minor sell side on the 5-minute at 375. I don't know if it gets down there. Obviously, for now, it looks like that this zone has rejected price. If it wants to pick up liquidity, should be going down below that 375. We'll see. We shall see. Dakota versus Baron. I haven't watched it. Let's go, Matt. Congratulations. Yeah. Exactly. He's legit. I agree. I genuinely like to call one day. Yeah, your stream. Oh, definitely. We'll do that. That would be these small talks. On trade day, yeah, you can have up to 6 active accounts, but 3 funded accounts. Yes, at a time. Yes, Marco. 3 funded accounts at a time. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The others can only be evals, which is not a bad thing, considering that before they changed the rule, they were only allowing 1 account at a time. So if you had a funded account, you couldn't even start a new evaluation account. So that's a huge change, and that makes it much, much better. So 3 funded accounts is definitely something that you can operate with. in a prop firm. So yeah, so what's happening here? I'm kind of wondering if it wants to go down into that 5-minute liquidity level or not. Yeah. Remember you jotted my topic down. Yeah. There was some topic ideas that we talked about. I remember. I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere, I think. But help me out. There was a topic. I know it's somewhere here. I wrote it down somewhere. I have so many papers. Man, I forgot where I put it. Yeah, we have a chance for Asia high, that's true. Lots of orders above current price. Huh. We'll see. So it didn't go down to 75 yet. It's technically inverting this fair value gap here. Now that it closed above. Hey Gabor, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome. EBPVUZHX, which means welcome, welcome. Too early. Yeah, I think the market right now is in absolutely an interesting or maybe crazy mode. Hard to say. Would be interesting to see if this was just a liquidity sweep and just wants to go back up there. There's a 5-minute gap here, which could be a continuation lower. I guess we'll see. I'm a little bit tempted to take a short on this. Actually, I might do that. This time on a different account, maybe. Let me just see. The 1-to-1. Actually, I can go with a... Alright. Just a small short position here. I'm targeting that 75. $75. Yeah, so I'm targeting that 75. 75.50 maybe. $75.50. I'm in a short position from 93.75. I might gonna be moving my stop a little bit. And the reason of me doing it is because if it's not gonna take that level, then obviously we can just turn around and sweep those highs. So it's a very tight risk, very small risk. Yeah, it's going back. So I'm not really interested holding the position more than I should. Just trying to see if it wants to take that, you know, 5-minute level. If it goes above the 400, I'm not interested in it. Seems like it wants to. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not taking partials on this. Let's see if that 75 is gonna provide some liquidity. Dr. Shuttle is here. Hey, what's up? Hey, Gabriel. Greetings. Good to see you. As always. Can you sweep my liquidity? We're sweeping the liquidity now. Buy low, sell. Buy high, sell low. That's the plan. Chris, I already am short. Nice. Let's see what happens. Does anyone know if you can trade MyFundedXP directly on TradingView without going through? I don't know. I guess you can do some copy trading thing with NinjaTrader or some other online copy trading platforms, maybe. No, definitely not. Abyss, don't worry about it. I'm not annoyed. Definitely not. No, don't stop. Never. Up-to-date points. Retest of the volume weighted average price. Little scalp. Yeah, let's go. Technically, this is almost like a scalp as well. I'm just curious if it wants to go to the 75 area for liquidity. Yeah. Oh yeah, we are all legends here. You know how it is. Let's see if we can get this TP right now. And by the way, if you can, please push that like button for the stream. Help out the channel. Let's show YouTube. Let's show the YouTube algorithm that we are here. Let's push it, everybody. Even when it sounds weird. Just let's push it. Thank you so much. Shows downside. Let's see. Huge gap on the 4 hour. Yeah, we are. We actually mitigated the mid-level of that gap. I'm just curious if it, even if it wants to go back up there, I'm just curious if it wants to get some liquidity. Surgical trade. It's not. It's not. Stop the break even. I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. Actually, what I can do is, you know, if it goes back and goes above my swing high, so this is what I can do. So I'm easing the risk a little bit. Chris, thank you so much for being here. Gunther Sams, join the channel. Welcome. Hey, Gunther, good to see you. Make yourself at home, grab a drink, sit back, relax, and watch the show. We're just taking profits here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, gotta be careful. It should be reaching. There we go. Nice. Profit taken. This was that was a nice trade, yeah. Okay. I haven't really checked on gold. I was too much focused on NQ this morning. Yeah, it was. Congrats on the trader replaced. Yeah. As I said, maybe the thing I should be working on nowadays is having more winners. And, you know, having smaller losses, having more break-evens, and of course more winners is also building up some more confidence, right? Even the market makers couldn't do that, right? I know, Gabriel. I know. I know. So anyway, we picked up liquidity from this 5-minute gap. Let me just put this here. So there's a 5-minute gap in this area. Liquidity picked up. Now comes the interesting part. Can we see a possible continuation higher? Now don't forget that these two bearish candles on the 5-minute, this here and this one, these are demand zones or bullish order blocks right here. Boom. The problem is the range. It's not too far. It's like 15 points. If I would have to guess, but this was the low-hanging fruit, this one could easily go down to that 63-ish area, 62. 63.5. Yeah, Kelly, let's see. Up there, 63. Yeah, the opening of this candle is 62. If it still wants to drop, has to trade through and go down to 62 on the micro. Not sure about the mini. Otherwise, since the move for me is done, I'm kind of maybe still be looking for an Asia high, but maybe it's only going to happen in between the two sessions. Oh, sorry, gold. Sorry, I wasn't reading. Yeah, 62. I'm sorry. 62.5. Good area. Sort of like interesting section here. Price respected that level, that 62.5. I like that. It could go lower. And at 63 point, let me zoom in. This is the 5-minute on gold. on futures. At 63.2, there's a demand zone or bullish order block. Also, this price range has not been rebalanced yet, so everything looks good to continue lower, even lower down to, yeah, that's a good target. Yeah. 65.2. Okay. 65.2, that's not bad. 65.2. Tight position, but it can still go down, yes. Pigeon is here. Hey, what's up? Well, just watching the market as usual, you know. That's what we do. Just watching the markets. Kind of trying to build up a narrative here. If this would start, oh wow, this is exactly what I was looking. So we picked up liquidity on the 5-minute. What the heck? Okay. All right, it's happening, everybody. It's happening. I don't know. Was there some news driver here? 431. I don't want to ruin this. It just feels like this one can still go. Kind of interesting. At least to observe. Yeah. I'm watching you. All right. All right. Yeah, what a pop here. That's your buy order. Okay, Gabriel put that buy order there. Now we know. It's because of him. That's actually good to know. Gabriel put that buy order there. Okay. All right. Duly noted. Pigeon put that too. Okay, we could be expecting a possible pullback though, so it could be happening. We'll see. Technically, this was a shift. And that was a 5-minute gap. We actually traded through that gap. Okay. What's gonna happen here? I appreciate the stop. Well, that's why a good community supports each and everybody. We're supporting each other. That's what matters the most. I don't think I'm gonna take this. Look at that. It seems like it still wants to go for that Asia high. Gold missed the order. Oh. Yeah, we could be breaking that. The micro still has that level up there. Seems like price wants to go. It was still interesting to see how it picked up liquidity from down here and, you know, just started to pop higher. Wow. I feel like this one just wants to go. Look at this, man. It's just going. Okay, having a bit of a pullback here. $2K profit. Go out. Hey, 1 micro is also profit. The only level I see there is that Asia high on the micro. I know the mini took it, but the micro still didn't. Yeah. Buyers managed to claim that 600. Got out gold short. Well, you know, launch money is profit. That's it. That's actually a winning trade. That's all that matters. It's having a hard time for sure. I still can't decide what to do with this. Exactly. The market gives, the market takes it away. That's how it is. I'm actually curious about this level. Like, is this gonna get taken around the 5 a.m. session, 5 a.m. Kill zone? I'm actually curious if it's gonna go for it or not. Yeah, today is FOMC as well. I mean, today's gonna be a press conference as well, or just, oh yeah, it's just a report. Okay, okay, so it's just gonna be the report, which is not that big magnitude as when Powell gives the press conference. So usually, and I've been told this by very smart people who are trading fundamentals, usually the report that's going to be released later today, the market or the big players, institutions already know of somewhat what's in that report, so it should not be a big of a surprise. Yeah, it's going to be shaking the market a little bit, but if you just look back on the charts on these reports, you will see that actually after the release, nothing is really happening. It's just stand still after it. So, because everybody already knew. But anyway, that's just a... Yeah, I know. Alex is saying it's going to drop. I'm curious. I'm really curious. Yeah, Gabriel, go there. We need the information. All right? We need all the insider info that you can get. Just get the information for us, please. All right. The minutes doesn't move the market, only the statement that matters. Today's just a summary. Yes. Abel! Feels like a Hungarian fellow. Abel Takács, welcome. Üdvözöllek a streamben. A fellow Hungarian trader, maybe? Follower? Trading guru? Market maker? Who knows? But anyway, welcome. I'm trading on Quantower. And yeah, basically that's it. 200 orders open at Asia high. Wow. The market makers want to eat that. The problem with those orders, in my opinion, I've seen those orders on Bookmap before, and not today, but I tried Bookmap. So the problem is that they can easily just take off those orders any second. So price gets closer and puff, in just 1 second, those 200 orders are just gone, just like that. And as soon as it's gone, the market is just, oh, let's just turn to the opposite direction. That's usually a thing I observe. Maybe I'm the only one seeing this, but I did see this many, many times. Like, there's a bunch of orders on a level, market drives into that direction, and just like that, it vanishes. I'm not gonna. I'm just curious. I'm not chasing it. I am curious what's gonna happen. Stuck at the pivot. Paul, good night. Happy birthday again. Have a good rest of the day and awesome tomorrow. Spoofing. Yes, exactly. That's what I was looking for. That was the word spoofing. Yeah. Can you explain the name of Hungary in Hungarian? Just saw it on a map and can't even pronounce it. Well, in Hungarian you say Magyarország. I'm gonna repeat that again. It's pronounced. Hold on. LJSHOSH. I'm just gonna say Josh, maybe L Josh. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the stream. So I'm gonna repeat that. We're pronouncing it as Magyarország. Magyarország. I know. Market manipulation, spoofing. Exactly, exactly. Thank you, thank you. That was I was looking for. I'm still kind of curious. We're still gonna have that macro thingy, you know, in a few minutes. We'll see if the market wants to go up there. Yeah, they're using them as magnets. And exactly, Kelly, this is why I'm not really using the DOM anymore. I'm not trading with it because honestly, I just don't believe that that is something I can rely on, because lots of spoofing is happening. Orders are appearing and disappearing. I tried it last year, by the way, mostly for scalping, and it was like, ugh, maybe I just couldn't. I don't know. That is something not for me. So I know there are people and lots of good traders out there who are using the DOM for some very good entries, but I just don't. Yeah, something like that, Natalia, yeah. Have a good one. Was there any news? No news that we know of. Nothing that we know of right now. Hey, Yonaput, I'm doing great. Welcome. Took the trade? Congratulations. You're welcome, man. Yeah, it's all a show in a way. Yeah. Using the volume profile. Ah, I see. Thank you, Gabriel. I guess Methodical Man loves you for that. For saying all that. Yeah. Man, I'm still just kind of waiting. You know what drives me is the curiosity to see what's going to happen right here on this macro on this 5 a.m. session. I'm kind of curious. Or the son of a, would you stick around? If there was ever a time where there was sudden volatility, would you stick around for up to 6 hours? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, nowadays, you know, I'm trading and all my trading, 90% of my trading is done on the stream. 10% is when I go crazy and I blow up my accounts, but I never tell you guys that. Actually, I have to make a video about that. This month is, yeah. So I'm trading usually like 5 or 6 hours a day, including, I mean, with the streams. And I think that's maybe a little bit too much. I've been told by pros who are really, really good traders, at least I consider them, that, you know, trading should be no more than 2 hours a day if you're day trading. You sit down, you don't see your setup, you don't trade, you see your setup, you take the trade and then move on with your day. That's how it should be. Yeah, that's true. It gives you an idea. You can't explain the rule. Account daily payouts. I bet. Can I explain the rules for the daily payouts? Sure. Once you reach your safety net, Yomar, for example, on Take Profit Trader, you reach your safety net, you can actually take a payout every day. You can request a payout once you're above that safety net. That's how easy it is. You request a withdrawal and boom, it's in your wallet. They have a wallet on the dashboard and you can withdraw it to your bank account basically every day if you want to. There is one thing though, the minimum day, I mean, there's no minimum day. You can actually withdraw $50 as well. The thing is, once you request it to your bank account, make sure it's above $250 because there's a $50 penalty fee if you're just withdrawing. Like, for example, if you withdraw $200 to your bank account, they're gonna deduct an extra $50 from your withdrawal. But anything above $250, there's going to be no penalty. That's the only thing. But otherwise, it's cool. What's the name of supply and demand indicator on TradingView? It's not a indicator. It's just a rectangle. It's a rectangle. And I just type it in. That's what I do. I do this manually. So it's just a manual rectangle tool. Just for accountability. That's also a good idea. Looking for all my funded streams. Oh man, I'm way behind the chat, sorry. Mr. Limit 2 tick. Yeah, that happens. Different flash sales instead of giveaways. News on the bottom. All I can tell you is that there's going to be upgrade. Lots of upgrades, by the way, on MyFundedTV. So stick around as usual. But lots of upgrades are coming on MyFundedTV. So yeah. What's gonna be the surprise? I have a little bit of information, but I can't tell you. Even if I would know all the details, I cannot tell you. But I have some sort of information, but I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but it will be awesome. Awesome that I can tell you, to tease you a little bit, if that's what I think it is, because I know some information crumbs here and there. And if that's it, then it's gonna be wow. 12 p.m. out. Yeah, that's also yeah, exactly. If you have a time frame. Yeah, exactly. That's a strategy I tended to use a lot of times, going for the Asia lows and highs. Thank you, Yomar, for being here. Good night, Gabriel. Have a good one. Online safety. Cheers. You need to sleep, Abbas. You need to sleep. Yeah. Do you ever try to use GAX levels? No, I never. I never used it. Absolutely, Abyss. Have a good sleep, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna be oiled up on the stream next time. Maybe, yeah. That's what I'm gonna have a penguin suit in a hot tub. You know, that's what's gonna happen on MyFundedTV. That's gonna be the big surprise. All right, 5 more minutes. Actually 6. The levels when volatility is too high, otherwise it would be swing trade. There's one thing about volatility. I've been told also by, I would say, pro traders, that I should be learning more about volatility. Like considering to trade, I mean, and also use the volatility indicators. Is there volatility here? Scales and lines, status line, volume. Sorry, not the volatility, sorry, the volume indicators. So volume indicators is what I'm, sorry, not volatility. Volume indicator. They say that it's actually very helpful for entries and to filter out higher probability conditions. That's what I've been told. Oh, it's the only firm. Francisco, where are you located? Which country? What time you stream and do trades? Well, I stream from 2 a.m. Eastern Standard to around in between 4 to 5. Now it's a bit of a longer stream. I usually finish up before 5 a.m. but I'm still here. So anywhere from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. London, Eastern Standard Time, sorry, Eastern Standard. And then I come back for the New York market open a little bit before 9:30 Eastern Standard, and I stick around until 11 because then I go to MyFundedTV. So I'm trading the New York market opens. Maybe I could do like the 7 a.m. to just, I mean, but that would be a lot of stream time and a lot of chart time. I don't really want to do that. But yes, the New York market open I like. I was also thinking to maybe do some power hour streams for scalping, most likely. I'm not sure I'm liking it, but I don't know. So basically I stream twice a day at least, plus on MyFundedTV nowadays. Yeah, the SVJ and the big kitchen. Can I flip the Bulenox master account? You can, Farhad. The thing is that 20% of your trading days can be flipping days. So if you have 10 trading days, for example, 2 of those days can be flipped, Farhad. So like just fast close, open and close a trade with a micro. So 2 of those days can be flipped. Obviously, if you have like 20 trading days, then 4 of those days can be flipped. So that's all they said, like 20%. To tell you, in between you and me, I actually, last time I flipped almost like technically 4 days. And they paid me out. So, I don't know if they're monitoring it strictly or not. I did hear that a guy was denied for a payout at Bulenox because he was flipping for like 5 days or 6 days. And he didn't know that this flipping rule is a thing. So he got denied, but otherwise it should be all good. Indicators, right? Only a couple of moving averages. Yeah, that's also good. Less than 2 minutes to go. Let's see. Isn't Asia after 8 p.m.? Yes. If so, Asia. The thing is, it's on the mini. We talked about this. You see here. On the mini, this is the mini. I switched to the mini, as you see. On the mini, it took it. But on the micro, because we're on the micro, it still didn't take it. I'm not saying that's a mandatory rule. It's just interesting to observe that it seems like the micro still wants to take that. Ah, United Arab Emirates. It should be working, but yeah, we had Reza. Hope he's doing good. He also can't use MyFundedFutures since then. Yeah, unfortunate. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So we still have, I don't know, I think he's trading nowadays a lot, but he used to be here in the stream, Reza Banks. He was also making a lot of payouts, but when he moved to Dubai, he had to close his accounts. Unfortunately. I mean, until he blew up those accounts. MyFundedFutures. We talked about MyFundedFutures. You're welcome, Farhad, absolutely. How's my MyFundedFuture accounts going? No, unfortunately, the problem is, and here's the 5 a.m. switch. I blow up my core account, funded, sorry. So I'm back to evaluations right now at this moment. Unfortunately, Pigeon. I just said this in the start of my stream. Like last month, the past 3 months were my absolutely the best months I ever had. This month is like barely. I mean, I made like how much in payouts? Hold on, I have it somewhere. $3,178 in payouts. So a little bit over $3,000 in trading payouts. The problem is I burned a lot, quite a few funded accounts. Like 5 or 6 funded accounts got burned this month. I also burned evaluation accounts. I don't know what's up with me. I'm just not finding my thing. I don't know, maybe because the vacation. I'm not sure. And I've spent more than $2,000 on new evaluation accounts, resets. So I spent quite a bit of money from those payouts. So basically I'm a little bit over break even this month. And I don't have high hopes for the end of the month because none of my funded accounts are at the stage where I can 100% be sure that I can take a payout by the end of the month. But I try to. Most likely the thing I can focus on for the rest of the month on myself, on my end, is that building up more funded accounts for next month. But this month is definitely slow for me. So, very slow. Start earlier. Do a poll. Yeah, let's see. Maybe it should be starting earlier. Yeah, I know. I will make it back. I mean, I'm not worried about that, by the way. So that's the good thing. If you have enough confidence, conviction in your trading, and you already had some payouts, that's why you need to take that money. You need to take those payouts. Then your confidence is going to grow. And once you're building up your trading history in a positive way, you will know that, okay, this is just a bump on the road, just a hiccup, and, you know, we're just going to keep continuing. And that's what I will do. So I'm absolutely not licking my wounds or not crying about it or not feeling sorry for myself. It happened. Statistically speaking, it will happen again. So I will going to blow up more accounts in the future. It will happen. It's part of the business, I guess. So I'm just, you know, keep continuing as we all should, right? Yeah, ugly 5 a.m. open, that's for sure. 150k XFA to 20k, 5 months. Oh, you know, Cedric, the quote-unquote good thing is that you blow it up in 1 month. I blew them up in 5 minutes. No, not 5 minutes, but maybe in one session because of tilt. That's the problem. Because I was on tilt. That's the thing that got me, the tilt. I was emotionally like not at the right mental state, and so tilt got me. It wasn't the strategy, it wasn't the analysis, it wasn't, everything was good. And that's what's actually a good thing about this, is that I know that the analysis and all the rest was good except the emotion. The emotional state that I was in was actually making me to perform badly on those accounts and made me take bad decisions. So some people are saying that, okay, now it's time to switch to a different strategy because I just blew up some accounts this month. No. It's nothing about that. I've proven to myself, and you should be proving to yourself as well, that once you're taking more payouts, or once you're taking those payouts, it has to do something because you know you're good analysis, good edge, good trading model. I know that the reason I blew up those accounts was because I was not at the right emotional state of mind. And that was all the reason for it. And I can work on that, actually. That's the good news. I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to spend some me time. So, you know, as I said, Abel, emotional. I was a little bit angry, I think. I was feeling anger. I was angry. You know that phrase like drive angry. I was like trading angry. Trade angry. Yeah, it turns you off, definitely. Abyss can't sleep. Relatable. Yeah. It's never an easy month, yeah. It happens. Can you show this profit loss rectangle that you draw on trading view? Profit loss rectangle. Yeah, sure. Sure. Profit loss rectangle. I don't understand which profit. This rectangle? So this is direct. This is a rectangle. Oh, I mean, sorry. Yeah, I get it. I'm slow. So we could, yeah, I should be putting on a monthly profit loss rectangle. Yeah. I think I can put this on TradingView so we can update that. Yeah. Yeah, the squeeze here in London is definitely crazy. Exactly. Exactly. So, as I said, the emotional state of mind also very important. And if you're not, you know, synchronized with the market, if you're feeling angry or you're emotionally like unstable, sorry, it's definitely going to affect your trading. And that's the state of mind I was in. So I was just basically trading recklessly, and that's what happened. Exactly. Blew the account, then I started another account. Let's go. That's good. That's how you should do. Account flipping isn't allowed, but some people do 5K days and 100 days. Well, I don't know the details about that, Abyss. I think the mods could be answering you on Discord maybe, or the support. Yeah. I'm still streaming. I don't know, Philcos. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, never give up. Exactly, Marco. Never ever give up. Never ever give up. All right, everybody. With that being said, I think I'm gonna call it here. Just to open and close the trade, just to count it as a trading day. That's the account flipping. Just opening and closing a trade to count as a trading day. All right. I think I'm gonna call it. Thank you so much for being here, and also please do not forget, if you would like to support the stream, I would highly greatly appreciate it if you would use my code TOMSABO. Up there you can see it. It's the same code on all of these prop firms. Even TRADEIFY, after 8 months, finally I got my code from TRADEIFY. So if you go with straight funded accounts, there's a bit of a sales goal on TRADEIFY. If you would like to purchase some accounts, let me know. I mean, actually, I just used the code. But anyways, some good deals are going on. Take Profit Trader 40% off, no activation. Bulenox is still 83% down, just like Apex, 80% down. TRADEIFY has a sale on the advanced accounts, very cheap, $30 for a 50K account, but with activation fee, of course. Instant funded accounts as well. So lots of things going on. Funded Futures Network still has the buy one get one for free promo. Extended it until the end of the month, I think. So thank you so much. I would like to say God bless you all. It's a great community. I love being here with you guys and gals and everyone. It's just amazing. Have an awesome rest of the day, and I'll be back for the New York Open. All right. God bless again. Cheers, everyone.